Willie D. Live.
What's up, family? Well, what do we have here? The people of Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Moreover, Jackson County. They done ran up on the courthouse, fam. Yeah, man. They pulled up and they are demanding answers to their questions. What happened to Nolan Wells? Stop hiding. Come out wherever you are. Angel Myers McIlrath. Yeah. Come out wherever you are. Sheriff John Ledbetter. Yeah. Check it out, fam.
From this Jackson County Courthouse to the governor's mansion in Jackson, the people with power and privilege are keeping secrets and telling lies. They are doing their best to keep this racist system in place. A system that protects white privilege, white power, and white skin at the expense of black life, at the expense of black families, and at the expense of black communities. We are here today to tell them time is up. This rotten system must be torn down. Nolan Wells is not the first black life taken that they have tried to sweep under the rug, but he must be the last.
Right.
I ain't got no problem with that, but some of y'all do, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about when regular people feel like standing outside of the courthouse is the only way to get officials to hear them. You know when that happens, you know it's something wrong. You know that the investigation cannot be trusted. Yeah, fam. When the investigation becomes part of the story, that's a problem. And this isn't the first time that the people of Jackson County, Mississippi has rushed the courthouse. Yeah, they had a demonstration a couple of other times. Supporters previously gathered outside the Jackson County Courthouse demanding answers and supporting Nolan's family. Yeah, these people put the pressure on and they're not going away. Nolan was found on July 6th, and weeks later, the public still knows relatively little about what investigators believe happened during his final hours. Why is that? Because the investigators are quiet as church mice. They're quiet as church mice. Now, don't confuse protest with proof. Gotta say that. A crowd demanding answers doesn't establish that authorities did anything wrong. It demonstrates that a segment of the community doesn't believe enough questions have been answered. And who is that on? Ding, 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 ding. You guessed it, the authorities. Because they know how to quell public concern when they want to. You've seen it happen time and time again, fam, especially anytime there's, let's say, for example, a mass shooting. If there's a situation with, okay, let's focus on the mass shooting first. When there's a mass shooting, first thing they want to do is identify the suspect as a lone wolf, right? They want to immediately rule out the idea that there could be other active shooters, right? They're quick to rule that out. Why? Because they don't want the public to be concerned and overly worried. And because if they are, they lose trust in law enforcement. And see, law enforcement will do some of the most heinous things as long as they can keep bringing you back to the center of police have it under control and you're safe. you're safe. And when I say safe, I'm not talking about poor people. I'm talking about the people who got the money. The idea is to make them feel safe. That's why they don't do a lot to help poor communities, because most of the people who got money don't care nothing about poor communities. Not really understanding that what happens to the least of us happens to the rest of us, because when people are feeling poor, people are poor and they feel disenfranchised, not everybody is going to play by the rules and just pull themselves up by the bootstrap. Some of them are going to just get them a strap and put their boots on and go out there and go get it. Go get it, come back with it. So law enforcement's job is to keep the public calm, right? The overall public calm. And if the people in the low income areas experience a little unrest, then they know how to surround them and like keep it concentrated to just them. And they have to reassure the people who got the money that they're not getting past those boundaries that they set. You know, they're going to make sure that the people know that they're not passing those perimeters. So they don't have to worry about being safe, right? They do the same thing when there's some type of natural disaster, right? They come out quickly and make a statement and reassure you that we have things under control. Even if they have nothing under control, even if they have no answers whatsoever, they're going to come forward and they're going to give you something. They're going to say something. The mayor get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to tell you that everything's under control. They have the best workers. We got the best people coming in. We got more reinforcements coming in from out of state. They're going to let you know, man. And we got aid. If you need help, you go here. You need help. Now, everybody ain't going to get help. But the idea is to make you think that everybody going to get help, right? The idea is to make you think at least you're going to get help. That's what they do. And that's what they typically do, right? But they're so used to black people showing up dead and nothing happening, and they're quickly ruling it a suicide. I don't believe they have a plan for justice. I don't think they have a plan for justice. I don't think they don't even know what that looks like. They don't know that there's no protocol in place to get black people justice when they're found allegedly drowned, or, you know, when there's a drowning, a suspicious drowning, or a hanging or something like that. They always rule it suicide. I mean, like damn near, well, pretty much they're operating at 100% rate. Suicide, 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 always suicide, always suicide, always suicide. They don't even try to hide it. So that's why people are so suspicious. Officials, they cannot dismiss everybody as social media conspiracy theorists. These are also Mississippi residents physically showing up and demanding transparency. Black folks got the biggest dog in the fight. White folks who are showing up, I appreciate, because they ready to fight too. They saying, hey man, my dog might not be as big, but I got a dog in the fight too. You know what that dog is? You know what the name of that dog is that white folks have? Humanity. His name is Humanity. That's his name. You don't like humanity? How about equity? How about equality? How about fairness? Yeah. So I absolutely appreciate that. And I'm going to tell you something, fam. It may not seem like it, but we've always had white allies. There have been white people who have lost their life in pursuit of justice for black people. And I know some people don't like hearing that, but it is a fact that there are some white people who have sacrificed more than many black people have. Yeah, they're out there. They've always been out there. But I like about this era that we're in right now, this time that we're in right now, I've never seen as many white people say, fuck that. We want justice for Nolan Wells. Fuck that. We want justice for this person, that person, this black person. They calling it out. Even white males, I mean, like many white males are calling out white male fragility. They straight up saying what it is. They calling it out. That's how you get it done, man. All of this, because we know what the truth is. We know what the truth is. We've been knowing what the truth is. But it's important that white people also know what that truth is. And not just know what it is, but convey what it is, express what it is, communicate what it is. The courthouse is symbolic. That's why they took it to the courthouse. The courthouse is symbolic. They're taking their frustrations directly to the institution where a grand jury is expected to eventually consider the evidence surrounding Nolan's death. The DA is in a sticky situation, very difficult position, because she says legal and ethical restrictions prevent her from publicly revealing evidence from an active investigation. That's legitimate, but the lack of information also creates a vacuum that fuels suspicion. And she knows this, but she's stuck because this is what she does. She's so used to doing things one way and being incompetent that she don't know another way. She can't even think on how to administer justice fairly, impartially. She can't do that. So she's stuck. She's just hoping this thing just go away. I bet right now she's hoping that Trump invades another country or something. Maybe we go to war and risk 1 million lives before she give that family justice. The protesters don't need the authorities to reveal the entire case. The reasonable demand is investigate aggressively, preserve the evidence, examine credible leads, and present the grand jury with the complete picture. That's it. To all the people out there that's protesting, keep the protest peaceful. Don't give them a reason to hate a dead young man even more. Don't give them a reason to hate his parents who are simply seeking justice anymore. Don't give these uncivilized mutts nothing but a rope to hang themselves. No more talk.